2020 sucked. Like, there's no way of getting around saying that. It just sucked. This year had a huge pandemic, multiple states and countries were set on fire, and the entire US faced a civil rights movement that has been unseen in years. This year was also huge on the internet because every year has been, at least since the internet's launch, and had many huge games finally come out, as well as many different consoles. So this year was definitely a mixed year, to say the least, but a lot of terrible things happened. For example, January alone had a huge cascade of bad or awful events. The year started off with the whole country of Australia on fire. Yeah, I bet you probably forgot that happened this year, because it did, and it was awful. Add on to that, a threat of a possible World War III due to the United States government bombing and assassinating Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani. I don't know if I pronounced his first name wrong, but let's hope I did. Thankfully that never happened, but it was definitely really scary. Then the world starts hearing more and more reports of a virus coming out of Wuhan, China, called COVID-19, or the coronavirus. Hopefully it doesn't get too big, right? Right? And then, to finish off the terrible month that was January, basketball legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna and many other people died in a tragic helicopter crash. It was an awful month. Now, COVID-19 definitely was the star of the show this year, for better or for worse. And let's be honest, it's for the worse. It canceled many conventions, it postponed or delayed many games and movies, and it closed stores and theaters worldwide, making most people's last movie they ever saw in a theater this year the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which feels like it was released 3 years ago, but it was only released in February. And COVID made wearing a mask a political movement in the US, which for some reason has to always happen. And it just makes no sense. Just wear a mask, people. It's not that hard. Please, wear a mask. And it made everyone start using Zoom, which is basically just a worse Discord. But it works for what it is, I guess. I have to use it for school, and it helps a lot of people see their friends and families who they wouldn't get to see otherwise. So, it's okay, I guess. Not the best, not the worst. But, you know, what else you're gonna do, you know? Another huge event this year was the Black Lives Matter movement, which happened after police in Minneapolis unfortunately killed a man by the name of George Floyd for supposedly paying with a counterfeit $20 bill at a convenience store. This combined with the unfair killings of people like Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery from both police and nationalists caused massive outrage in the streets of every major city and I think a lot of small towns too in the United States, as well as worldwide in places like the UK and France. There were protests going on for months. There might still be protests going on, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it recently, but it was a huge event of 2020, and there's no denying that whatsoever. Now, this wouldn't be my channel if I didn't talk about Smash. For better and for worse, Smash had a huge year. It started off with the reveal of Byleth in Smash, which for some reason caused a whole bunch of controversy because it was another Fire Emblem character, and people didn't want that. Which really looks stupid, knowing what else would happen this year, that caused a whole bunch of controversy. After Byleth, we didn't get a Smash reveal for another 5 months, except in March when we got a teaser of who would be revealed after Nintendo dropped a mini direct saying that the next character would be from ARMS. And that character was Min Min. Then a few days after Min Min released, the floodgates opened and the purge commenced. Huge figures from the Smash community and online gaming community were outed for doing things such as sexual assault all the way to rape and pedophilia accusations. Some huge names outed were pro Smash players Nairo, Zero, and Anti, commentators Keitaro, D1, and Senpai, who Senpai still hasn't dropped a response to this, and it happened all the way back in the end of June, so 6 months, and she hasn't said anything. The CEO of EVO, Mr. Wiz, which his accusations coming out caused EVO to be canceled this year. Gaming YouTubers slash streamers, Pro Syndicate, Fedmeister, and Minilad, and many more people, which if I tried to list every single person, big and small, who had even the slightest amount of relevance in the gaming scene or Smash scene, we'd be here all day. So I'm not going to do that. Every hour when this first started happening, it felt like more and more people just kept getting outed for doing terrible stuff. And it caused the online gaming community to have to rebuild, and we're honestly still rebuilding to this day. Nairo, who was one of the pro Smash players I mentioned, has released a statement saying that the person who accused him, Captain Zack, lied, and that Captain Zack actually raped Nairo. So there will probably be huge updates to this story, but it's a legal battle right now, so nobody knows anything of what's going on except for a few people, which Nairo gave the document to. And then Steve and Sephiroth got revealed for Smash, and everything was okay. I'm just kidding. Everything is still pain, and it is awful. I feel like this year didn't really have as much YouTube drama as previous years have. The most I can really think of is the rise of really annoying stands thanks to people like Dream, Tommy Innit, Technoblade, George Not Found. The rise of Minecraft streamers, which for some reason people just love to stan. There was a week-long drama between H3 and Keemstar, which I can't really remember much of what happened, but they kept blaming each other for Etika's death, and that really made me mad. Leafy's whole channel got nuked off the platform of YouTube, and when he tried to start streaming on Twitch, he got nuked off that platform too. So basically he only has Twitter now. And honestly, I hate Leafy, so I'm glad you got nuked. You deserved it, you idiots. And in more positive news, there was the channel Unis Honest, which I've talked about before, but they lasted throughout the whole year until they deleted their channel in November. But I feel like for the first time in years, YouTube has been dethroned as the drama maker of the year. And I feel like for this year, the crown was handed over to one platform, and that is Twitch. Twitch had a lot of drama and controversies this year. Probably the biggest drama being the banning of Dr. Disrespect from their platform. And it's been over 6 months and still no reason has been given as to why he was banned. Thankfully, the doc has started streaming on YouTube and has been doing pretty well over here, but it's still a huge mystery that nobody has seemed to solve. Mixer, the streaming service by Microsoft, shut down this year, giving the streamers who were bought by Mixer the opportunity to come back to Twitch. So that meant streamers like Ninja, Shroud, and Ewok, which, by the way, Ewok, if you're watching this video, I know you aren't, but congratulations as coming out as trans. Good for you, King. The Twitch Council, who is basically a community-run council of Twitch, was run by a deer, or someone who identified as a deer, sorry, and said something about voice chat in competitive games should be banned, and that got a lot of people angry, and I don't really remember what else happened. Moving on. Also, Pokimane had a lot of drama this year. It felt like every week, she just kept having more controversial drama, and honestly, I can't remember any of it. So that shows how important it was. Twitch helped blow up a whole bunch of games this year. The two main ones that I can think of are Fall Guys, which, looking back at it, wasn't as good as I initially thought it was, and Among Us, which is still hugely popular to this day, and was one of the highest played games in the world this year, with apparently over 500 million people playing it. Most likely thanks to mobile, which makes sense. A lot of people have mobile or a phone, and they play it on that. So congratulations to the devs of Among Us. It's only like 3 people. So congratulations on having the biggest game of the year. And unfortunately, in July, the streamer known as Wreckful took his own life by committing suicide. I'm not going to act like I know who Wreckful was, but it really, really sucks, like, learning about him after his death and learning about what he did as a streamer on the platform and how many people he inspired. So, rest in peace, Wreckful. I'm sorry that you felt like you had to do this. Hopefully, you're in a better place now. Moving on to a lighter subject, video games, because this isn't my channel without talking about video games. This year had a huge amount of games, a huge amount of big games. Doom Eternal, Ghost of Tsushima, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Paper Mario and the Origami King. Those were just some of the huge games that came out this year. Animal Crossing New Horizons came out this year and helped people escape from the world when we only thought lockdown would be 1 month. And now, Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of the best-selling games of all time, selling over 25 million units in barely its first year. Last of Us 2 came out and became a massive controversy for reasons I cannot remember. Cyberpunk 2077 came out this year and was super buggy and broke a whole bunch of people's PS4s because it doesn't work on there. The Xbox Series X came out and doesn't have Halo Infinite, so I don't know if anyone has it. The PlayStation 5 came out with the Game of the Year, Bugsnax, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and a whole bunch of other games too, but Bugsnax is really what counts. Final Fantasy VII Remake came out this year after years and years of waiting, and is honestly, in my opinion, my game of the year. Like, it's really good. Try it out, please. There were a lot of good games this year, most of which I didn't mention, and leave a comment what you think is the game of the year in your opinion. Lightning round. Let's go. Avatar started streaming on Netflix. Trump got COVID, and that was a huge thing. Joe Biden won the election in the US. Kim Jong-un died twice and then was alive. There were murder hornets for like a week. Chadwick Boseman unfortunately died. Rest in peace. I'm not going to do the Wakanda thing because that's super cheesy. Twitter got hacked. Every verified user couldn't tweet on the platform for like a day, and that was the best day on Twitter this year. The Travis Scott burger was available for a month. There was a Travis Scott Fortnite event. Free Fortnite happened when Apple removed Fortnite off the App Store after Epic Games changed their V-Bucks prices, which was the stupidest thing that happened this year. There were many hurricanes. California burned and the sky turned red for a day. And this channel hit 100 subscribers after starting the year off at like 70. And now we're at 120. So thank you all for that. Now, I'm going to end the video here. This year was really crazy. Like, and it's hard to believe it's ending, even though it felt like the longest and yet shortest year in recent history, with the craziest amount of stuff. I doubt I even scratched the surface of what happened this year with everything I just said. But, yeah. If you like this video, like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a fantastic, like, absolutely fantastic 2021. Bye! Hopefully this year isn't as crazy as last year, as 2020. Bye!